Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Indie Zone podcast. My name is Kathy. There are 3 items to look for on the court docket in Idaho versus Kohberger in the coming weeks starting Monday, November 10th, 2025. They are as follows. Number 1, the potential release of court minutes from the November 5th, 2025 hearing on the state's motion for restitution. There is a notation on the case summary page for November 5th with a PDF icon next to it. And whenever you see that, as opposed to a lock and key icon, PDF has seemed to indicate that that is a public record. And minutes would be someone from the clerk's office usually who's at the hearing taking down in an abbreviated manner. It's not a transcript verbatim, word for word, everything that happened. It might be highlights such as when did the hearing start, when did it end, what happened in between, who was present, was there any ruling that the court made, and the like. That material has not yet been released, although other items from the 4th and the 5th and even the 6th of November have been released on the docket. Speaking of the restitution hearing, there is an outstanding ruling relative to the state's motion for restitution. It's called state's motion for additional restitution per the defense. And if you watched the hearing, it was a public hearing that occurred on November 5th, you saw that both sides argued their various position at the end of the hearing. Judge Hippler did not do as he's done sometimes in the past and make a verbal proclamation from the bench. The proceeding ended with Judge Hippler saying words to the effect that he would take matters under advisement. And what that generally means is he's going to take what state said, what defense responded with, the legal arguments, any additional legal issues that he may look into on his own, and then issue the written ruling. If you see motion granted, that means that the state got what they were asking for. If you see motion denied, that means that the state did not get what the state was asking for. Sometimes there will be a partial granting, partial denial, and we just have to wait and see for the order to be rendered to find out what Judge Hippler's ruling was. So that's the second item that we're going to be looking forward to in the coming week in Idaho versus Kohberger. The third and final item is the court's ruling on the under seal matters from January through March of 2025. Back on October 16th, 2025, Judge Hippler issued his third order regarding under seal documents. He gave a list of documents, this time from January, February, and March, gave the parties a specified period of time to file their responses. Here, it was 14 days. They were due October 30th, 2025, and gave some direction, either let me know if you have objections and the reasons why to the continued sealing of these documents. If you have no objections, let me know. The state and the defense have filed their responses. The state's response was filed on the due date, October 30th. It is a very long document available for you to review. The defense, on the other hand, filed their document on October 29th, 2025, but asked to have their entire response filed under seal, and Judge Hippler granted that request. So although we know the state's position on sealing versus unsealing versus redacting, we do not know what the defense's is. So now all that needs to happen is a ruling from Judge Hippler and a hopefully unsealing of this documentation from January through March. We're going to focus on that docket, and when we see any order from Judge Hippler regarding those under seal matters, we will, of course, advise you, as we will also, if we see those court minutes from November 5th hearing and order on the restitution matter hit the docket. Until next time, this is Kathy. Thank you for joining us here today.